Alright, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to begin by giving all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakadash, double honor to the apostles and the elders of great milestone, and shalom to all the brothers on the four corners of the earth that teach this good gospel in all sincerity and in all truth, and shalom to few aquas that listen in silence and obedience here as well. Shalom, this brother here, I'm here back with another video. Alright, and this video is gonna be on suffering persecution, right? Because we know when we come in this faith, we're gonna suffer persecution, It's a soldier of Yahweh Shemashai. We gotta suffer persecution, we gotta suffer this, we gotta suffer that, persecution, right? So that is the things that has come with being a soldier of Yahweh Shemashai. You gotta suffer all kind of thing. Exactly, persecution, right? Some days you might not have food, might have to fast it out, some days you might be jobless, and it goes on, the list goes on, but all that comes with being a soldier of the Lord, all them things is trying, is you getting tried to see if you will make it out, if you go and make it, So I have everything bookmarked again, just like last night. Right, this is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 2. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptation. So, when you fall into temptation, you're getting tempted, it's just temptation, a lot of things happening. Count it all joy. Just be happy. Count it all joy when you fall into that. Don't be mad and angry and saying why I going through this and all them kind of thing. Count it all joy. And I want to read that in the GNT so you could hear how it says it. Okay, what is that? That is James 1 verse 2. It says, my friends, consider yourself fortunate when all kinds of trials come your way. So you'd say, my friends, count it all fortunate that wherever trials, because all these things is trials, exactly, trying of of your faith in the Lord, and the trying of to see if you can go through hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shemashai. It's your trials, that is your trials where you had to face, that's your cross where you had to bear and go through, So count it all joy when you're being tried, Count it all joy, right? Continuing, verse 3, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. So it's the trying of our faith. We get to try to see if we will have faith in the Lord. Because when you're going through hardness, there's all kind of things be happening. There's hardness. You can be thinking all kind of things. And be saying, some people might say, Lord, why is this happening to me? And why am I not getting this? Or why I don't have a job? All that kind of thing. But, just have faith in the Lord. Wherever the Lord have for you installed, you just go into it. Just have faith in the Lord, because what the scriptures is easy for you to make a poor man rich. So just have faith in the Lord. And the Lord will provide. That is all. Right? But let patience have a perfect work, that you may be perfect and entire and wanting nothing. So let patience have a perfect work, that you may be entire and wanting nothing. Asking Lord, we go ask the Lord for things. We ask the Lord not to guide us, protect us, provide for us, But it says that patience have a perfect work, Just be patient. The Lord will provide. Just be patient. Right? And that is true. I can attest to that. Right? Lots of brothers can attest to that. Okay. Sirach chapter 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So it says straight away, when you're coming to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptations. Prepare your soul for trials, for all kind of trials. Prepare your soul for that. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in time of trouble. You know? So in time of trouble, make not haste. You know, the Lord is, the scripture says, the Lord is your guide. You know? This is referring to us, you know. When I mean Jacob, so make not haste in time of trouble. But you know, when we really need time of trouble, in that time, we not make no haste. Just, you know, the Lord is the guide. But you know, when we in trouble, you know, we in this situation or that situation, you know, all that is going back to your trials. We are to go through your cross, we are to bear, you know. But make not haste. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. So when you're at a lower state, where is no food, as I say, might have fasted all this day, you know, you're jobless, and all these different things, you know, take it cheerfully. Tawara Shmir Shai. I know about Kashai Shai provide for me. That is it right here. You know, take it cheerfully, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. So the Lord can try us. You know, we have to get tried to see if you come out as gold. You only want to come out as gold, as our burnt offering. That way you want to come out as, you know. Okay, what next? Let me go in the bookmarks. Right, there is the book of Wisdom of Solomon 3 and verse 5. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded, for Yahweh proved them and found them worthy for himself. So have been a little chastised, the Lord chastised us, you know, tried us, being greatly, they shall be greatly rewarded, for Yahweh proved them. So the Lord prove us that we is the elect, you know, we is, you know, men that worthy for this crown. How the Lord doing, seeing men who really worthy for this crown, you know. Right, verse 6. As gold in the furnace, he had tried them and received them as a what? As a burnt offering. So you want to be received as a burnt offering, you know, so you're acceptable in the Lord's sight. You know, you'll get a crown for that, because you went through your trials and your tribulations, and you take it as a man. You got a crown of life for that. Right? So when you change to a lower state, don't make trouble. The Lord is your guide. The Lord is your, you know, the Lord is the one who is bring up and bring low, and the Lord is the one who is provide. So let's call upon the name of the Lord. If you see things in coming your way, that is just know that you're trying, you getting tried. Alright? 2 Timothy 3 and verse 12. Yea, and all that live godly in the Hamashiach Yahushua shall suffer persecution. So all that living godly in Yahweh Shai will suffer persecution, will be tried, will go through all kind of hell. That is what we sign up to. As a soldier of Yahweh Shai, we sign up to go through these things. So once you live in godly in this world, you will suffer persecution and all kind of stuff. You know, you will suffer. I'm gonna read that in TNTIs. You know, 2 Timothy 3 and verse 12. 2 Timothy 3 and verse 12. Everyone who wants to live a godly life in union with Hamashiach Yahushua will be persecuted. So once you want to live a godly life in this world, you will be persecuted. You know, and the prophets does get persecuted. You know, they get, and all of us, trials, persecution, everything. That is what you're signed up to. That is what you gotta go through as a soldier of Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shemir Shai. Alright? Hebrews 12 verse 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receives. So if the Lord, if you get in, you know, trials, you get in trial, you get in dealt with, you know, dealing with you, you know, your chains are low estate, and all kind of hell happening in your life, just know the Lord dealing with you, the Lord chastising you, you know, chastening you, right? If you endure chastening, Yahweh dealeth with you as with sons, for what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? So the Lord deal with us as we is his son. The Lord, beaten. We getting licks. We seen hell. We going through this. We're going through that. The Lord dealing with we as we is his sons. But if you be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. Once you see these people, these Indians and them, as you see them doesn't go through no trials and no hell and thing. The Lord not dealing with them. I don't deal with you. But you going through that. Right, so them is partakers, them is bastards. We is not, because the Lord dealing with us. And you're going through all kind of hell, no food today, no food from tomorrow. And you might get food after. So what I have a shimmer, but that is the life. That is what you have to go through. That is not the life. That is what you have to go through as a prophet, as a servant of Yahweh Hashem Shai. Alright? Bring this one here. Luke 40 and verse 27. Whosoever doeth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. How shall I say that it's red writing? So who cannot bear his cross? Who cannot go through his fiery tribulations? As it says in 1 Peter 4, that is the precept that I'm bringing after that thing. Who cannot go through his fiery tribulation? Who cannot bear his cross cannot be my disciple. Because Yahushua had to bear his cross. Yahushua had to die. He died for us, for our sins, to redeem us. So you had to be just like the Lord. Want to be just like the Lord. Go through that trials, and be found worthy. We get a crown. Because what the scripture say, I get that real quick. Luke, I was done in Luke earlier. Luke 24. Right, Luke 24, verse 26. Ought not Hamashiach to suffer these things and to enter into his glory? So, Hamashiach Yahushua suffer all these things we went through to enter into his glory. And we have to do the same. We have to be just like Yahushua, or want to be just like Yahushua. Yahushua is perfect. We're not perfect, but we're trying to be. Want to be. Luke 24, 26. It says, was it not necessary for Yahushua or Hamashiach to suffer these things and then to enter into his glory? Yahushua suffer he things. Whatever the tribulations, the fiery tribulations where Yahushua went through, Hamashiach, he suffered he things already. He did it for himself. He did it for the people, for us to redeem us, Israel. And he do it for himself. He had to go through his tribulation. So that is it. We had to want to be just like our Lord. Go through tribulation and be found worthy to enter into it, the glory. So whosoever cannot bear his cross cannot be a house disciple. If you cannot bear your cross, whatever you have to go through, well, why? If you can't bear it, you're a bastard. Yeah, he's a bastard. He's not a. If you cannot bear what you had to go through, what the Lord set up for you to go through. Let's if you're worthy to get his crown. If you can't go through that, you're not a disciple of the Lord. Right? A disciple of the Lord will go through that. It's a good soul, yeah. Right, 1 Peter 4 verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. So think it not strange concerning the fiery trial. So don't think it's strange, whoever, the fiery trial they're going through, don't think it's strange, but rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of a Mashiach. sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. So, but rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Mashiach's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, because he has entered into his glory, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. Right? So that is the right idea. Whatever fire you trial you're going through, be strong. You know? Be a strong soul in, now Mashiach. Go through your tribulation, your fire tribulation, whatever you have to go through it. It's a soul there of Yahweh Hashem Yashai. So whatever suffering and persecution that you may be going through, you might not eat today, or you might not eat the next day after, or you might eat the day after. Hey, if you might eat the day after, Torah Yahweh Hashem Yashai, and Torah Yahweh Hashem Yashai, still if you didn't eat. Because we had to go through that. That's what we had to face. Right? So I hope this lesson was edifying to you, Lord's elect. Giving all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Kakadash, and the honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to all the brothers on the four corners of the earth, and teaching us good gospel in all sincerity and in all truth. And shalom to a few aquas, that is in silence or obedience as one. Shalom, lazy brother Hiram here, sign out saying shalom to the elect, and shalom Labakarim, and that is wicked place. Shalom to the elect.